Welcome to another Bean Pick. This is August 2012, and for us here in North Carolina, we are right around the corner for whitetail season coming in. It's going to be coming in September the 8th, and so hopefully everybody that's going to be out there for archery season has done some pre-season scouting, maybe hunted some stands and got everything they need to have together to get going. And one of the things that a lot of people take for granted when they prepare for the season is the type of clothing they will wear. And this year we were fortunate enough to become a dealer for Sitka gear. And Sitka gear designs some of the most advanced clothing for hunters. It is made by bow hunters for bow hunters. It's some of the best, well thought out hunting apparel that I've seen, and they have a whole system, and it works together to keep you in the field as long as possible, but keep you comfortable too. And it's fit athletic, so it is somewhat of a tight, close to body fit, and it's made for bow hunting, drawing your bow, and that sort of thing. And for this segment, I've done the Fanatic series, and I think next month we may throw in the Stratus and maybe do the Kelvin as it cools down. But since this is early season or pre-season, or some people the season may be in, I thought maybe we'd do an early season edition. And what we'll do is try to do like a little overview of some of the early season pieces. So this is not going to be like the Fanatic review we did. We did just the Fanatic. We done the Fanatic bib, the Fanatic jacket, and the Fanatic vest. This is going to incorporate the Core series, the Merino series, the Traverse. I got some 90% here, some Ascent stuff. So I'm going to try to kind of roll that into several different pieces and as an early season type get up here. So the first piece is what I have on here, and this is the Core Zip Tee. And this is the quarter zip. They make this as a crew, but this is the quarter zip. The quarter zip's nice because you can unzip it and have ventilation here. For the video, I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath, but this is exactly what you do not want to do if you buy the Sitka Core Crew. What you want to do is have this Nexus skin with no t-shirt underneath. The t-shirt is the old cotton, and you don't want cotton. It's not going to wick moisture away. It's not going to breathe good like this shirt's designed to. So wearing the t-shirt underneath is not what you want to do. I'm just doing this for video purposes. But you can see the inside here and about how thin it is. And what this is, it's a polyester lycra blend. It has silver embedded in the fibers, so it is going to be antimicrobial, and it's just going to help with scent protection as far as that goes. This pattern is the Octafade Force. You can also get this in the Octafade Open Country line as well. It does have a zip pocket, which is nice here on the sleeve, so you can zip up and put something in there if you like. Maybe that's a perfect pocket for like a wind checker or something along those lines. But this is kind of foundation for the whole lineup. You know, as you go on in the season, you just throw layers over top of this. It's four-way stretch. Because it's that polyester blend, it's going to wick moisture away from your body to keep you dry, and it's going to dry quickly and keep you from getting chilled. And then it's also going to breathe really well. This is the early season cap. This is just the basic Sitka cap, and I have one here. This is a 90% polyester, 10% spandex material, but it's a four-way stretch, so it's going to wick moisture away. Very lightweight cap, very nice. I think this runs around $25 for this. The crew tops is about $79, and the zip top is $89. This is the Core. In the Core series, 2 years ago, or last year I believe it was, they came out with the Merino line. And this is their Merino top. It comes in a quarter zip too. This runs about $129. This is the Octafade Force. And you can kind of see, when we're trying to get up close, you can kind of see the thickness level here. It's not very thick, but it is 100% merino wool. And merino wool, if you've seen our first light reviews, it's one of the warmest to weight ratio garments that you can buy. If you get on into season, a lot of people will not wear the Core and go with the merino Core just because it's a little bit warmer, and when it gets really cold, sometimes the merino is has a little more comfort factor to keep you warm versus like a polyester. So, but the core will do its job no matter what. But that's why some people go to the merino line when it's super cold outside. They also have a quarter series set of gloves, and these are the same type material. They're pretty thin, but these are real thin, so they're for early season. You can also use these as a base layer type glove if you wanted to go up to the Stratus or the incinerator glove or something like that. You know, you can certainly layer with the gloves too. The one glove that I really like is the Traverse glove, and that's like your medium weight or expedition weight. And you can kind of see here about the thickness level of these. But these gloves, to me, are the bow hunter man's gloves. They do have some material here that kind of makes it a little, give you some grip, so you can have some dexterity with these gloves. I wear these early season on into middle late season, just because these are thick enough to to keep your hands from freezing, but they're not too thick to where you lose that dexterity for your release and stuff like that. Some of the other gloves like the Stratus and Incinerator are great at keeping your hands warm, but you're going to lose some of that dexterity for bow hunting. So these Traverse gloves really work well for that. In the Traverse lineup, they have a base layer bottom and a top, just like with the core. The core, just like this top comes, they have a bottom that goes with it. The merino, same thing. They also have a core boxer as well, and a merino boxer. In the Traverse, I just showed you the gloves. Last year they came out with the Traverse hoodie, and so this hoodie is a pretty neat piece because you can throw this hood up. I've worn this before when it's been pretty chilly outside under like a Stratus jacket, and when it just kind of keep the chill off the neck, you can just pull that hood up, and that'll give you some protection on your neck and that sort of thing. This does have some wind resistance to it. It does have some antimicrobial, but this is going to be what you call an expedition weight or medium weight. It does have, this piece does have the hood like I said, but they do make it without the hood. The hooded piece runs about $149. Without the hood, it's about $99. It does have a chest pocket as well. So that's the Traverse. So what you want to do, as far as up top, early season, this is what I do. I'll start with the core series, and as it starts to chill down, you know, when you get in the stand at 70-some degrees and the sun goes down or you're in the shade, it can get a little chilled, especially somebody like my frame, you know, 6 foot, 180 pounds. And so I'll throw this Traverse on and just layer it right over top of this. As season goes on and you get mid-season to late, that's what you want to do. You start with your core, then you go, or the merino core, then you go with the Traverse, and then from those points, then you add your insulation pieces and your outerwear shells. But this is what you would do for early season. So the Traverse is where I go next in the next layer for up top. They also make a Bandit, and this is basically like a neck gaiter. It does have a hole here so that you can to pull down over your mouth so you can breathe. You know, especially for glasses wearers like me or somebody like that, so you won't fog up. This piece works great early season. Just pull up and kind of give you a half mask. It also does well in late season, just trapping warmth. I've worn this on coyote hunts and that sort of thing, and even with it 30 degrees, just that around you just kind of traps your heat. As far as down low, as far as pants goes, what I like to wear early season is the Ascent pants. And the Ascent pants comes in several different sizes. These are done by waist sizes per inch. So these are the 34s. I'm normally a 34, and these fit me great. In the tops, let me go back to the tops real quick. I'm a 40 long in suit coats. That's what we're turning Sunday. And the large is what I wear in the Sitka gear. And the jackets and the core series, you know, they have pretty good, you know, they're cut, but the large fits me good. But I'm 680 pounds, you know, to kind of give you some dimensions. I'm 34 inch. But these Ascents, they have belt loops where you can hook up, you know, wear the Sitka belt, bomber belt that they make. It can also be used with the suspenders as well. It does have in here that keep them up. it's a very thin material. As you can see, it's not very thick, and these are perfect for the early season deer hunter, and they're great for turkey season as well, because they're going to breathe well. There's four-way stretch. They're going to wick moisture away from their skin. They dry really fast. This past year turkey hunting, had to hike through like a 20-acre wheat field to get to our spot, and of course by the time I got to the blind I was soaking wet because the wheat was waist high, and sitting there it didn't take long for me to dry out. They do have pockets on each side. There's cargo pockets down here by the knee. There's zip pockets as well. You can roll these up, if you're just going across the stream or something like that. They do have a zip back pocket as well. This is the Optifade Force. They do make these in tall sizes too, so you guys that need a 34-inch inseam, these will work well too. And what I do, just for reference, because I get these questions all the time, I wear these early season here in North Carolina, and that covers me from 70, 60, and even some into the 50s. And before I rip out my bibs, Stratus bibs, Fanatic bibs, or whatever, a lot of times what I do is I'll put a merino base layer on underneath these, and these do pretty good. But there is no wind protection or anything like that, so once it starts chilling down, it's time to go onto a bib or something with some wind protection, or some kind of better shell suited for outdoors, not for outdoors, but for the weather at hand. This pant here is the 90% pant, and this year when I first picked up Sitka, there was a little bit of confusion. The 90% comes in the pants in Optifade Forest, but there is no jacket no longer in Optifade Forest in 90%. Now there is a 90% jacket in Optifade Open Country and the pants too, but in the Optifade Forest, it's only available in the pants. The 90% pant is by definition for 90% of your hunting situations. So some people like these for early season. In North Carolina, it is just so hot, the Ascent pants work better for us. Some of you guys that may be further north, out west, whatever, early season, it may be 50 degrees or 60. So the 90% may fit you better before you go to a bib or something. And if you layer properly under these, you could get on down to some even cooler temperatures if you were to maybe throw a Kelvin or something like that underneath. But just to give you an idea, the inside of these guys is this fleece lining, and you can kind of see, they're not, I don't believe, as far as feel, I mean just based on feel, not much thicker than Ascent, but the Ascent is that polyester Lycra brand throughout the whole pant, as opposed to these is a little micro fleece there, so it's going to trap in a little bit of warmth. About the same pocket scheme. There's a back pocket, there's cargo pockets, there's the zip pockets here on the side. The hand pocket zip, you can wear, it's got belt loops for the belts as well, and then you can do suspenders on these too. I believe the 90% pants, if I'm not mistaken, run about $249, and don't quote me on that, and the Ascent pants I know are $149. And so that gives you a breakdown on those. They have also come out with these Timberline pants and the mountain pants, and so that gives you a little more versatility, especially if you guys may be running up and down mountains and stuff like that. I always get them confused, but one is very similar, just a little different than the Ascent pants, and then it has the waterproof knees and the waterproof behind on them. But that gives you a little broad spectrum of what I do for early season, and kind of gives you some insight of what these different pieces are. We stocked all the Sitka gear, and most of the time we have both patterns in. We got the packs and everything. We are running a few preseason specials. We do combo deals and things like that, where we have individuals that are wanting to buy a system all at one time. We try to work with you there. But we're here in North Carolina in Clemens. You can feel free to stop by and see the shop and try on clothes. We have people do that all the time. Or you can call me. You can call or you can text me at 336-564-2400. That number is 336-564-2400. You call and text that number. If I don't answer it, we have a messaging system. You can just leave a voicemail in there. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. We'll be glad to answer any pricing questions you have, about sizing, patterns, what's available. Sitka gear does sell out pretty quick, and when it sells out, it's gone for the season. We've experienced some of that with some of the Jetstream stuff and some of the other items where they've just sold out for the season. So you want to kind of get your orders in and get your pieces as soon as possible, or as you can afford to, because they do sell out. Beyond the phone number, we also have an email address. That's Eric, E-R-I-C, at beanoutdoors.com. And you can email us there and interact with us there, and we can email back and forth. We're normally around where we can get our emails. And then you can also check us out at beanoutdoors.com. That's our website. To the left of that website, you'll see a link that says BO Store. You can go in that store, and all the Sitka stuff is there. There may be a few items missing here and there, but we do carry the full line. So anything Sitka that you need, you let us know, and we'll be glad to get it for you. But about everything in the open country line's there. About everything in the forest line's there. The packs are there. I think the only thing really missing is the waterfowl line. But if you need anything, please give us a call. You come by and check us out. We'll go on and do more Sitka gear stuff probably next month. Maybe we'll, as the season progresses, we'll kind of do Sitka as it progresses into the season. So contact us. We'll be glad to help you any way we can. And thank you for watching.